And we're live! Welcome, everybody, to, I don't even know what episode we're on anymore.
We're in the 20s, I think. I don't even know.
Episode 20-something. Today, my friends, is a very, very special evening. And I know that I say that every time we come on, but I mean it, honestly. I mean it every time. But this time I mean it even more because we have one of my wicked, beautiful, lovely friends, Andrea Matthes, coming to talk to us. She is the founder of Imperfect Life, which is this amazing, I don't even know how to explain it.
She's empowering,
yes,
like women empowerment
movement /
yeah.
We're gonna let her explain it to you because she is absolutely incredible. So without further ado, let's bring Andrea up into the Hello, Andrea!
Yay!
Welcome, my friend. The tumor. Yeah, we should probably start off and tell the people what you're drinking now.
I should. Okay, I'm drinking turmeric tea, which is a concoction of turmeric and cinnamon and cayenne pepper and black pepper and I don't know, maybe some other things. It's really earthy and spicy, and then I also mix it with cacao powder and coconut oil because that helps your body what's the word? Absorb. Use the anti-inflammatory properties of the turmeric, and then I have some half and half there just to make it kind of like hot chocolate. Like it tastes like dirt hot chocolate, maybe.
Yeah. Kind of like you're eating beets.
Sounds delicious.
Because turmeric is especially earthy. I know it is. It actually is pretty good because it's got like a little spice to it. But
yeah. I love it.
Yay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so I kind of want to give you a little bit of a backstory on Andrea and I. So back in 2014 is the very first time that I actually learned of Andrea, because Andrea is from North Carolina. And I came across a post on Facebook. Andrea had a post go viral back in 2014, and it was called the 10 Ways I Love My Ugly Body. And I read the article, and as soon as I read the article, I was like, oh my God, I love this girl. I need to find out more. So I creeped her for a really long time. And I noticed shortly after that she was having a retreat up in North Carolina. And it was like a woman's empowerment type retreat focused on like healthy living and mindset and all kinds of good stuff. So my good girlfriend Leanne and I decided to go take the trip, and it was so fun. I had the most amazing time, and I met the most amazing women, honestly, at this retreat. And a lot of us have kept in touch, and I've made actually some really close connections from that. And so Andrea, who is one of them. And so I am so incredibly grateful that she's come on to talk to us tonight, because she has so much incredible value to share. And yeah. So yeah, thank you, Andrea.
We're so proud.
Let's just have a cheers to that first.
Cheers.
I'm so excited because this is the first time I just met Andrea 5 minutes ago. So
yes. And
yeah.
Now so we're BFFs. I'm choosing water to try to dilute my tongue.
Looking good.
Matt just said, "Oh, you're drinking dirty tea." LOL.
It is. Yeah, it's basically what it is. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, too funny.
Yeah.
I love it. So, Andrea, why don't you tell the people? First of all, tell them actually what it is that you do. What is Imperfect Life all about?
Imperfect Life is a website that's dedicated to helping women end the cycle of diet, fail, repeat. It's seen many iterations over the years. It started as a personal blog documenting my weight loss process and has sort of morphed from there. I have to take one side off because I can't hear. I feel like I'm talking in a... There, that's better. Okay. I need some ambient sound. I feel like I'm talking underwater. So yeah, it's sort of morphed over the years from my personal just sort of online journal, to what has become a community of amazing, incredible women who are all working to live their best, happy, healthy, imperfect life. And over the last 7 years, I've gone from 328 pounds to 164 pounds, to having 3 pregnancies in 3 years, 2 successful, so 2 babies in less than 2 years. And so my body has, had these huge shifts, but more than that, my mind has shifted the most. And I've learned that what I thought I needed in order to live a happy, healthy lifestyle, which was to perfectly execute the perfect diet and perfect exercise program, was just wrong, wrong, wrong. Hence, imperfect life and letting go of perfection in order to live a happy, healthy, imperfect life. And so now that's what I do. I offer coaching and retreats and just insight into my life, and it's all based around my 12 rules for living a happy, healthy, imperfect life, which is just the foundation for sort of my philosophy. And it's good stuff. It's been an amazing, incredible opportunity, and it just keeps getting better. So that's what I do.
I love
First
it.
of all, I love the name. That stood out to me right from the beginning, the imperfect life thing, because it's so true, right? We're so worried about being perfect at everything. And if the situation isn't, I'm terrible. Like, I'm the perfect example of this. I'm an all or nothing person. So
everyone thinks they are. Thanks.
Yeah. Once I start something, like, I'm game on.
Right.
But the minute I get a roadblock, I'm game off. Which is, this is the cycle of my life. This has always been what it is. And so what I love about what you're doing is that it's giving people the tools to think about it differently, like changing your mindset around it. And yeah, that, I just find it so incredibly relatable. And I'm sure that's why you have such an incredibly huge following, is because it is so incredibly relatable to everybody. Everyone goes through this, whether you're male or female. This is such a common thing going on in people's lives right now. So I'm just so excited to pick your brain, sister friend.
Pick it.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear about these 12 rules.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So why don't we get into it?
Yeah. You want me to just name them off
off
first? You may just name them off real quick, and then we can go from there.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. So rule number 1 is to forgive yourself always. And that's like the key, right? The number 1, like no matter what, forgive yourself always. Because when we're striving for perfection, we're setting ourselves up for perceived failure. But if we focus on forgiveness, recognizing that life doesn't come with a manual, we're always learning as we go, you don't have to be perfect in order to make progress, all of those fun cliches, they're real, they exist for a reason. So rule number 1 is to forgive yourself always. And I'll go through these very quickly, and then we can talk about them in more detail. Rule number 2 is to enjoy your food. Rule number 3 is to exercise because it feels good. Rule number 4 is to make yourself a priority. Hard one since having kids, but a priority, not the priority. Rule number 5, get plenty of rest. Rule number 6 is to keep a clean environment. Rule number 7 is to be patient with yourself and kind with your words. Rule number 8, find joy where you are and get excited about where you're going. Rule number 9, surround yourself with love. Rule number 10, aim for your best, but be okay with good enough. That one actually used to be always do your best. I was like, whoa. This is feeding way too much into my perfectionist issues. So I was finding that instead of doing something, I was doing nothing because I wasn't able to do what I considered my best. So
Yeah.
So that one's changed. It's now aim for your best, but be okay with good enough. Number 11, track your progress. And number 12, go back to rule number 1, which is forgive yourself always.
Love it.
Oh, I just love it. I was writing them down today and I was like, this is going to be so good. Like, I was so excited to like get into more details on these. Like, I just love how you've like laid it out.
Thank you.
Matthew wants to know, what's your Instagram handle?
I like Bangle.
Bangle.
It sounds cool. It's imperfect life 2. Imperfect life, the number 2. I wish I knew how to like. I know, right? Like, this is imperfect life 2. Yeah,
I'm going to. I'll put it in the comments. I'll drop it in the comments right now.
When I established Instagram, I didn't really know how it worked, and I didn't really understand handles, and now I'm kind of stuck with that. And
I'm going to tell you a secret. I'm not even on Instagram yet.
I'm actually really bad at it. I'm so Facebook oriented. It's where I feel most comfortable, and like Twitter's tough for me. Instagram is tough for me.
Yeah.
I do it, but it's hard.
Oh, look who's on!
Jessica!
Jessica is one of the girls that came with us to the retreat in 2015. Love you, girl.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, so let's talk about number 1. Number 1.
Yeah.
Always forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So incredibly true.
Yeah. So when it comes to ending the cycle of diet, fail, repeat, like you said, you're like all about the all or nothing approach. And so many people think they are or say they are, right? I was one of those people for a long time. It's easy to believe that because we tend to go into diets or new exercise routines, programs, whatever, all gung-ho, and we're excited about it. We're like, yeah, this is working. I'm doing it. It's awesome. And then, bam, something happens. You know, your kid gets sick, or you know, it could be something, you could get sick. Your dinner burns. You order pizza instead of eating the, you know, sauteed squash that you were going to eat or whatever. You know, it could be anything. It could be something so tiny or something catastrophic that just sideswipes you. And then you find yourself back where you started, perhaps throwing yourself what I like to call a food funeral, which is when you eat all of the foods that you're never going to eat again because you're going to start your diet again on Monday.
Oh my God, that's
Have
my
you been?
life.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
A food funeral.
A food funeral. Yeah. I actually can't take credit for that. A friend of mine shared that. He's so funny with words, but years ago he said that to me. He's like, "Oh, it's like how I go to a food funeral," and I was like, "What is that?"
Okay, we need to take.
I've adopted it because I love it.
We need to cheers to that.
Cheers to the food funeral.
Cheers to the food funeral.
Let us know in the comments. Have you ever had a food funeral?
The food funeral.
Yes, please let us know in the comments if anybody has ever experienced this, because I know that is.
I have
right on my alley.
I've had a few funerals in my kitchen.
It's like
Can I see the comments? Is there a place for me to see the comments? Oh, if I just click on see all.
Yeah, just click see all, and they're right there. You can just scroll up and down there. I dropped your Instagram in there, but it looks like it came from a different account that I didn't mean to. So there you go.
Okay.
Put your Instagrams in there.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Neely. Neely's the life.
See?
Yeah. Okay. So that is, God, my tongue is really distracting. I didn't think about my tongue. I was worried about my teeth. I didn't think about my tongue.
It is. I think it's perfect for everything we're talking about right now. It is like amazing, and with the blue, spot on.
Right.
It's like,
yeah. Do you want to see? So this is. I have this on my website. You can get, like, I don't know where the actual camera is.
Right there.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Get a copy of the rules to put on your bathroom mirror, on your refrigerator, on your desk at work. But look at this.
It's beautiful. I like what
you planned it. You planned it.
All right. I'm moving on. So rule number 1 is to forgive yourself.
Oh, Matt said he's had many. I'm assuming he's talking about the food funerals.
Yeah. Yeah, not yellow tongues, hopefully. Yeah. So rule number 1, forgive yourself, because that is where it starts. If you are constantly beating yourself up, we're so hard on ourselves anyway. We're our own worst critic. And when it comes to creating lifestyle change, which is what we ultimately want to achieve, not just another diet, you have to understand that you cannot go balls to the wall 100% of the time. And that's what happens is people will, they'll just go at it and so into it and everything is going great. But eventually something happens or you burn out. You cannot maintain that same level of hardcore balls to the wall 100% of the time. So Kathy says, we staff food funerals all the time. Yep.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Kathy's another one that was at a retreat.
It's one of our retreaters.
I'm sorry.
Like a little reunion.
I know. I'm selfishly getting really excited every time.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Okay.
So it eliminates those feelings of regret, remorse, guilt, shame, all of those terrible, horrible feelings that we put on ourselves that are completely unnecessary, but those feelings that perpetuate the actual problem.
Yeah.
So forgive yourself.
Good one.
I love it.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2, enjoy your food. So I believe that we should enjoy everything that we eat. We should enjoy foods that nourish our bodies most of the time and enjoy food for pleasure some of the time. I personally don't struggle with emotional eating, and there is a real that's a real struggle for some people, and I totally respect that. Yeah. And I don't consider myself an emotional eating expert or coach or anything along those lines, but if I do work with clients who talk about like eat when I'm stressed, eat when I'm, then address the issue that's causing the stress, right? That's what I would do if I'm working with a client that's dealing with that. But
oh, did she freeze?
What it boils down.
Oh, sorry, you froze
there.
There we go. There we go. We're back.
Yeah.
Okay. So enjoying
It's like a movie.
Okay, you're good.
We're good. I think we're back.
I think you're frozen again.
Damn it. Food? Stop cussing.
It's all gone out the window.
Am I there? I see you guys. Like you freeze for 1 second, but then we're good.
Okay, you're good now.
You're good. You're good. Okay, now keep going.
Okay. So taking pride in the foods that you eat to nourish your body. Some people say, I don't want to eat healthy food, or I don't like to eat healthy food. And I get that. I totally do. Listen, if there's I tell my husband all the time, if there's a choice between, I don't know, like a salad, which I love salad, but a salad and pizza, and neither of them, like they're both the same caloric value, macronutrient, micronutrient, like there was no difference between them nutritionally, I'm going to choose pizza every single time. But I take pride in eating a salad that's full of fresh vegetables, knowing that I am nourishing my body and giving it what it wants and needs in order for it to operate effectively and efficiently. And then when I eat pizza, I can truly enjoy it because it's not something that I'm eating every day mindlessly, or it's something that I truly enjoy as pizza, not as like I'm eating lunch now.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like you're looking forward to it, like.
Yeah. And it's not that it's a treat or a splurge or a cheat. It's just that whole mindful eating. I'm sitting down to truly enjoy pizza because I like pizza, but it's not part of my regular daily diet. Because when I eat pizza, especially if I eat too much pizza, which is really easy to do, I don't feel good.
Yeah.
So when we eat to feel good physically, mentally, and emotionally, meaning that we aren't eating till we're too full and we're uncomfortable and feeling bloated. We're not eating thinking, oh, I shouldn't eat this, and then we feel regretful, remorseful, or shameful, or we're not eating because we're sad or stressed, and then have that same regret. When we're eating those types of foods and able to truly enjoy them, it makes the whole experience enjoyable.
Yeah. Because then if not, you end up back at number one again.
Right. And you know, the thing is, like, sometimes it does happen. So my day to day was, let's just say that I'm really glad that my almost 3-year-old is asleep in bed right now and went to sleep at 6 o'clock tonight, which never happens, but it needed to happen because it was a terror all day. Yeah, right?
I hear that.
But it started at like just from the beginning of the day. And I didn't end up going to the gym like I had planned. We got in the car to go to the gym finally at 11:41 when I had tried to leave before 10 o'clock to get there. And by the time we got there, my 1-year-old had fallen asleep in the back of the car. He was exhausted. And I sat there in the gym parking lot and I was talking to my friend on the phone. I was like, I seriously, like, I don't know how we're going to survive the day. Josh won't eat. And when my almost 3-year-old doesn't eat, he's just a totally, like, why don't you go to Chick-fil-A and get him an ice cream cone? Maybe he'll eat that. Maybe he has a sore throat. Maybe, you know, there's something going on. Get him an ice cream cone. Are you guys still there? Are we frozen?
No, you're good.
Okay. Anyway, I was like, you know, that sounds like a great idea. So go to Chick-fil-A, get him an ice cream cone. Well, first get to Chick-fil-A, get in the drive-thru at noon. So like everyone and their mother is there, instantly prepped in the drive-thru. And then I realized that I don't have my wallet. That kind of day, you know? I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and order. I'm sure that I can scrounge up $1.38 and change somewhere in my car. No, by the time we got to the register, I had scrounged up 26 cents. So, yeah. They gave me the ice cream cone anyway, which was very kind. It was very kind. Yes, it was very kind. So I gave him the ice cream cone. I just started driving around in our like 10-minute loop around our house to let the baby sleep longer. And then I hear, Mommy, it's dripping all over the place. And he does not like to be dirty. So I pull into a grocery store parking lot. He has somehow managed to break off the bottom of the cone, which is sitting in the seat next to him, and the whole top of it is like turned over in his lap.
Oh. You're not going to the gym.
We're not going to the gym. And not only did we not go to the gym, but I ate that ice cream cone on the way home because I didn't know what else to do with it.
Yeah.
So,
it was that kind of day.
It was just that kind of day. And we get home, we throw him in the bath, and it didn't get any better from there. But just the whole day was like my diet today consisted of ice cream cone, coffee, then a rice with peanut butter, which is one of my favorite breakfasts, off to a great start, then an ice cream cone, then goldfish, and then take out Mexican food. Because that's just the kind of day we had. That was not my planned day, but rule number 1, I forgive myself, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm not like, oh, well, you know, in the past they would have said, well, I'll just start over on Sunday or I'll start over on Monday. No, I'm drinking my turmeric tea and I'm drinking my water, and I'll go to bed as soon as we get done here, and I'll not even start fresh, because I don't believe in even starting fresh tomorrow. I wrote a blog about that last week. But, you know, it's just a continuation. I'm just moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So exercise to feel good. Oh, we did go for a walk because I do love to move my body. I love connecting with my body. I love getting my heart rate up. I love the way it feels. And I feel like for me, that exercise used to be something that I felt like I had to do. And once I was able to change my mind and think about it as something that I wanted to do, it's actually something that I do because it feels good. It feels good physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Yeah.
So even though I didn't make it to the gym, we went out for a walk, and actually Josh rode his little bike, and so I jogged behind him with a stroller. And it wasn't CrossFit like I had planned, but it was rule number 10, good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing your best.
Love that. I love
So
that.
doing good enough. It used to be do your best. Now
Right.
it's just do good enough. Because my best would have been not eating Mexican takeout and going to CrossFit instead. But that just wasn't happening today, so I did good enough.
Yeah. And
I love
and
that.
not feeling guilty part. That's the huge, for me personally, that's the huge part, is that that's a slippery slope for me, right?
Yeah.
Then, well, it's over now. Diet funeral, or what is it? Food funeral.
Food funeral.
Next Monday.
Food funeral. Yeah. Yep. So, and then, when it comes to rule number 4, making yourself a priority, of course, that's much harder since I had kids. And now that I understand when I was childless, and I'd be like, oh, you got to make yourself a priority. And people are like, yeah, you don't know what it's like. I'm like, yes, you do. I'm like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. All the crow. That's all I do as a mother is eat all of the crow. All of the crow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I have to eat salads to keep, so I can digest all of that crow. But you still have to make yourself a priority. And so that, like tonight, sitting down with you guys and hanging out, I told my husband, I said, listen, this is something that I want to do, that I am going to do, and I need you to make sure that you're available so that when one of the boys wakes up, because I guarantee you before we get done here, one of them will wake up and need one of us. And, he's around and can go take care of it. But
thank you, Brett.
Yeah.
Love you.
Thank you for the husband that do so much.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Awesome. I don't know if you saw Neely's comment.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, love that you don't use. Yeah, I agree. They're BS. Because they don't mean anything. They really don't. How often do you start over? Really?
Yeah.
And then it's not starting
what
over
does that even
anymore.
mean? Because there's no possible way to truly have a clean slate. You just have to be okay with everything that's happened previously in order to keep going. Like you said,
Right.
You just keep going. So forgive yourself and keep going.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, thank you. It took me a long time to get here, I mean, I'm 41 now, and I started this 2011, and I'd say the first 4 to 5 years were just like a lot of mistakes and I did a lot of journaling, which is why number 11 is to track your progress, and that includes journaling and keeping track of how things make you feel, how you deal with things, tracking, the ups, downs, and finding trends and what works and what doesn't work. There's so much knowledge, and I'm a huge fan of data and just documentation, because when you get stuck, you can go back and say, oh, look, I did this before and this is how I dealt with it.
Yeah.
Or
How did you do that?
Or no.
Wait for it? Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, you're back.
Oh, I see movement. Are we good?
Yeah, you're
You're
good.
good. You're good.
We lost you at documentation.
Oh. Well, what I was saying is that it's just, documenting your process. I don't like the word journey either. I have really weird things about certain words. They're very
Like proud.
in my industry. Yes, proud. I don't like when people tell me they're proud of me, and I don't like to tell people that I'm proud of them because I don't feel like it's my place to say I'm proud of you. I don't have any.
Oh no. We've lost you again, Miss Andrea.
Child or my client. You're my client. Otherwise.
Okay, seriously, that was the funniest slow. Oh, we lost her.
We lost her. Okay, I was wondering if that was going to happen because that was. Is she still here?
I think she's coming back. That was the most slow motion, like blah, 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 I've ever seen. Just hang on, she's coming back.
That was like the best movie ever.
That was entertaining.
I could see you
that
guys.
Was. Like that was. Oh, is she back? There we go.
But it was just. It
was almost like off of Finding Nemo when the whales speak, and it's like,
yeah. Okay, you're good.
You're clear now. You're good. This is top notch now.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Okay.
Anyways, we lost you at. I don't like telling people I'm proud of them.
Oh yeah, I just have weird things like unless I've had an active part.
I feel like the internet doesn't want us to talk about this.
I don't want to. I hope she doesn't think, like, I'm not laughing at what she's saying. I'm laughing at speaking whale right now. Oh.
That was like a boat engine.
Thank you everyone for sticking with us. I am hoping you are getting some entertainment from us at this moment in time. We will fix this as soon as possible.
Poor Andrea is probably like, what kind of band of yahoos are out here? Oh, she's on.
She's back.
She's gonna come back. She's on the phone with her.
See if it makes any difference. We're like freezing stuff, and I don't know if it's our internet.
Oh, see, this is what you do when you problem solve and you are online. Like that is.
Bye.
Thanks, Brett.
Right, we'll see if that helps.
Did he have to shut his stuff off?
Well, I don't. Yeah, I told him. Yeah, I asked him to. So yeah, yeah, he had to.
I said to Jerry, I'll go into the other room and be like, "Shut your stuff off."
Yeah, we have like 1 gig internet and a 5G router, which is supposed to be like the best. But
of the best. It's probably because we're streaming and maybe your stuff's not used to it. Who knows?
Because I'm used to it. I like that. My technology's like.
You know what? I used to freeze all the time when we first started doing this. I used to freeze constantly.
Really? And then your technology got used to it?
I don't know. I just like to think that technology is evolving. Even if I don't to upgrade my stuff.
Right. Who knows with artificial intelligence? Who knows?
Maybe
well, this is what I was saying. I'm like, maybe the internet doesn't want us to talk about what we were just talking about.
Like
the diet industry is like, how will we make our money if everybody stops buying our stuff?
Yeah.
We're all going to jump off of this and they're going to see that we talked about something like this, and all of a sudden our feeds on everything that we go on is going to have ads on diets.
Right? Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
That's a whole other live altogether.
Okay. So we were just talking. Okay, we were just talking about rule number 4: make yourself a priority. Right? Yeah. That's where we left off.
Yeah. Rule.
Oh, we.
Son of a. Why don't we skip ahead to rule number 5?
Rule number 5: get plenty of rest. I feel like this one speaks for itself.
It really does, honestly.
Like my child has been waking up the last 3 nights at 3 a.m. and does not want anyone else but mom at this point in time. And it usually takes about an hour to get him back down, whether it's in my bed or not. So not getting plenty of rest is taxing on the mind, especially when you're waking up at 3 a.m.
Yes.
Right?
100%.
Yeah, totally.
Just hang on. She's coming back, guys.
She's coming back.
If anything else, this is super entertaining for the rest of you.
Yeah. So get plenty of rest.
We're just discussing it. Oh.
You were just saying, yeah.
Nope.
I could hear you guys, but I couldn't see you for the last.
Nope. It just doesn't seem to be working. I'm almost wondering if we're going to have to do a little sidebar and we're going to have to cut her off here at rule number 4 and we're going to jump back in another.
I have a suggestion for Andrea who can't, I think she can hear us right now, right? Not if you can hear me, Andrea. Stop streaming onto your page right now. So anybody that's watching on Andrea's page right now, come over to Paulette and Becs Wine Lives and watch it from there. Maybe that will help out our streaming situation right now. Let's give that one a last ditch effort. How about that?
Yeah. Give that a go. Give it a go.
Hello.
I'm loving this comment from Tina right now that says, my child would yell, I want my mom, and I wanted to yell back so the neighbors would know I was trying. I feel like that all the time. Honestly. Like I yell back just to people know that I'm doing something. Sometimes I just want to put earplugs in and be like, I'm done. I'll go back to sleep. I'm not waking up and coming to see you till 6 a.m. at least.
It's hard.
Both of my boys sleep with us. We actually have, might get some comments. We actually have a king size bed and a twin size bed pushed together in our bedroom because my 3-year-old, like he's still to this day is a sleep fighter and he wouldn't sleep in his own space. And we tried to let him cry it out once for 2 hours. And I was like, I'm done. I want to sleep. You're just going to sleep with us. And that's the end of it.
Yeah.
So he still sleeps with us. And then because he sleeps with us, the baby sleeps with us too. And I'm telling you, if we didn't do that, I would never get any sleep at all.
And you can't live like that.
No, you can't because so let's talk like diet fail repeat when it comes to sleep and why rule number 5 is so important. Mm-hmm. When you aren't well rested, you cannot make good choices. For me specifically, like being tired is the equivalent of being drunk. I make really bad decisions when I'm tired. And I have lived in a constant state of exhaustion for the last 3 years. But when I'm super tired, not only do I have a hard time cognitively, but even physiologically, when we're tired, our bodies crave quick fuel, which is sugar and fat. So if you're not getting enough rest and then you're also trying to avoid eating sugar and high calorie foods, you're just asking for failure, for perceived failure, right?
Yeah.
You're setting yourself up to be in a constant state of feeling of deprivation, anger, frustration, or those feelings of failure. So rule number 5, like you have got to get enough rest so that you can function as a human being and make decisions and choices that benefit you.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree.
If you can't work out 7 days a week for, ever, right? Without giving your body a chance to recover, your brain has tested.
Oh, Jesus. I feel like we're going to try this one more time.
Is it just me? Am I the only one you've ever had this problem with?
No, it's happened to me before in the past.
Okay.
It's not just you.
It's not just you. Don't
These
worry.
things happen.
It's the interweb.
Okay. Okay. I'm starting to feel a little emotional over here.
You're fine. You're fine.
Actually, I just have allergies, but.
Oh. Okay, let's move on to keep a clean environment.
Yeah. So when you're like your kitchen is the biggest one, right? If your kitchen isn't clean enough,
All right.
Enough, how are you?
Oh.
No.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
No, I can't hear you.
You can hear me?
Oh, I can hear you. I thought it was Becs talking.
I'm very good at ventriloquist.
Well, see, Tina said usually at least once Paulette freezes, so it's not just you.
Even our viewers.
This is far more than once. This is repeatedly.
It's all right. It's all right. These things happen.
So keeping your kitchen clean so that you can prepare a meal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Huge.
Yep, huge. Keeping your closet clean, if, like clothes that don't fit, so that you're not starting your day feeling bad. Right? Like how many times
I feel like we were talking about your closet, and then she disappeared. Okay, guys. So I don't know what we're gonna do here.
I think that we have some amazing value to provide here, and we need to fix out our little internet glitch that is occurring. Maybe we will hop off and we are going to start this live again.
Yes, let's try that.
Okay, we are going to jump off of here and give us like not even a minute, and we're going to jump back on. So if you guys are viewing and watching us right now, we are going to just stay on the page and you're going to see us pop back on live, and we are going to start off with rule number 6 right from the get-go of having a clean environment.
Okay.
We'll Sound good? We love you guys. Thanks for sticking with us.